When someone is new to Tai Chi movement and they finally get something, it's like this wonderful sensation for them because it's like opening this door of awareness, this realization that I don't have to put so much effort in my movement. This feels like it's so easy. When you watch Tai Chi from the outside, you don't really quite get it. So I'd encourage anyone who has seen Tai Chi videos or people practicing and not yet experienced a positive sensation from it, a sense that your movement is beginning to feel effortless. I'd encourage you to keep practicing until you get to have that sensation, because I believe that this is how we're designed to move. This is how we were born, moving in a way that's very natural and effortless. If you watch the little kids playing around, what you see is that movement is natural and it's effortless. It becomes effortful as we mature. Raising your arms up and lowering them down is one of the most basic movements in all the different Tai Chi forms. A beginner is typically going to have too much tension in their hands, their fingers. They might lead with their fingers and bend their wrist as they lift their hand. And what you'll feel if you lift up your fingers and your hand is you become tense in this region of your body. It doesn't feel so good. The arm feels heavy because you're only using a small part of yourself. Sometimes people are already they're stuck in a pattern of shrugging their shoulders a lot, and they don't know how to stop doing that as well. It's the same thing. It's not going to feel very good. So we'll give cues, or we'll go over and help the student raise the arm without them doing anything. But you can pretend like you're a marionette, a puppet, and there's a string that lifts the wrist. And the arm is just relaxed and heavy as the string lifts the hand. So there'll be a little bit of a bend in the wrist as you do that. And as you get someone doing this, they'll start to begin to feel that there's other muscles working. And if they're a little sensitive to it, they'll start to feel that their arms are actually starting to feel a little more relaxed. The other image could be someone is coming up underneath the wrist. Coming up underneath the wrist. So this would be more of a localized focus in terms of the strategy that we're using. And then we want to be able to differentiate the wrist a little bit by sinking it down as we lower the arm. And it's this sinking action that gives you the connection to the underside surface and the armpit, connecting your arm to your back. So you sink it and you feel it. It's connected. Tai Chi consists of this idea of yin and yang, this idea of opposites, and it's filled with paradox. So the question becomes, in this case, where's the yin, where's the yang? Where's my attention? How about I make my body feel heavy so that my arms can become light, right? That's another strategy. My body becomes heavy, it sinks. Some people would probably start with the shoulder blades getting heavy and going down like an elevator. But if you go right to the body sinking, that can give you a nice sense that the arms just go up weightlessly. I could also think of extending from my armpits and sending energy to my fingers. And if I begin to differentiate that energy so that I visualize that the bottom of my arm is heavy, dark, perhaps black, and the top of my arm is empty, clear, and light, then I can feel I can get this sense of a substance that could run up through me and then come to my fingers. And that's the energetic aspect of it. So I could feel that the energy comes up from the ground and it comes up through the back, through the armpits, and finally it's in my fingers. And this is using these ideas of yin and yang. Standing meditation, a lot of different ways to focus the attention. If we focus on the heavy and the light, I could think below my waist, heavy, above my waist, light. In the previous video, we talked about the bows, 3 bows. Imagine the pinky and the ring finger and this section of the arms is heavy and the upper section is light. And if the heavy part were liquid, you could move a little bit and feel that the liquid can flow. Right? It can flow through the armpit and you can send it where you like. But separating heavy and light versus making that arm just seem like it's only one thing, it's only solid, it's only heavy, or it's only light, it feels very different. Heavy and light feels more dynamic. It feels that the energy is going to be more available to move freely. We can do the same thing with our feet. What part of the foot's heavy? What part's light? I talk about 3 nails in the feet. Heel, ball, toe. Are the nails going into the earth, spiraling into the earth, or are they drawing energy out of the earth? A lot of possibilities in terms of how to organize your thoughts and your intention. When you're cooking, you have to wash dishes, you got to chop vegetables, you got to manipulate objects. You use your hands. You can play with the use of your hands in such a way where you're more conscious that they're connecting to the feet. The energy comes up through the legs, through the back, and into the hands. So you weight shift and you do things, you lift up the pot, and your arms are lighter. Right? This is where the functional application of Tai Chi is, and this is just where the new student will oftentimes be really happy because now they have this sensation where The shoulder that was once painful is now easy to move because they're moving in such a way that doesn't create all the unnecessary muscle tension, which is a completely novel concept for a lot of folks who don't have any kind of background in this sort of training.